Hello, my name is Marissa Rex and welcome to elementarySchoolCounseling.org's video podcast. This is our fourth video podcast called Little Monsters. I wanted to share with you one of the resources that I use in my own school counseling program. It's actually something that I found out about through a science catalog, and these monsters, as I like to call them, were used to discuss the food chain, but I thought that they could be used to talk about school counseling topics as well. Before I get into talking about which topics I use these monsters for and how I do it, I thought it would be a good idea to show you what you'd actually be getting if you had this specific set. So it starts off with the biggest monster right here, and then inside you pull this out and there is a monster that's a little bit smaller. And then from inside that monster's mouth you have another one. And another. And finally, you have the tiniest little monster. So I've used these in classroom settings. You could do it individually, you could do it in small group. It really has, a lot of different places that you could use it with. I've talked about things like lying or rumors. So you start with, a lie or a rumor. And then as you tell people and as they tell more people, it starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. One of my colleagues, a school counselor in my school district, thought of using this as a way to talk about bullying. And so she would use, in particular, this monster and had plastic food that would come with like a children's kitchen set, something like that, and would use this to talk about feeding the bully. So your actions, things that you're doing, could actually feed a bully and help it to continue. Obviously, you're not trying to say that it's the victim's fault in any way, but more so teaching them strategies to show confidence and to kind of prevent them from getting that target on their back. Someone that I really admire, Jim Basinius, he came and did a workshop for our teachers and our parents. And I've also heard him speak at a counselor's conference. He talks about that a lot, of working on body language and things like that and tone of voice to show confidence, which kind of takes the target off of your back and prevents bullying from happening. So that's kind of where this idea is coming from. So she uses this as a visual to show feeding a bully, and does that with, I believe she said that she's been doing it with a classroom, but I'm sure a small group and individual too would really benefit from that idea. Also, I could think of using it for feelings. So you I'm sure have students who like to bottle things up. And so talking about how you have a feeling like anger or sadness, and you hold it inside, and as you do so, it's building and building and building until you get to the point where you're ready to explode and you do something or say something that, you wouldn't normally have said or done. And I could see this being a really fun way for a group of students to talk about it. And they're very soft, they're adorable. Kids want to touch them and use the materials. I know kindergarten through 6th grade, when they come into my office and they see these, they want to touch them, they want to put them together, and I think that they're really great. The problem is, as you can see if you click on the link on my website below this video, it has all of the payment information where you can buy this specific set. The problem is that it's a little bit more expensive. I kind of splurged a little bit on it because I knew I would be using them, but there are ways that you could have this idea but done in a different way. If you want to just have the idea of, for example, feeding the bully, you could really just have a puppet if you already have a puppet, a stuffed animal. You could even use paper bags. You could have the top open and draw a monster or whatever you want on the outside, or you can even seal the top shut and cut a hole in so it looks like a mouth like this. I know we have things like tattle boxes. I don't know if you've heard of those. I posted some on my website, and I'll provide that link as well. You can make those out of Kleenex boxes, and so if you have various sizes of Kleenex boxes or just want to have one, that works really well too, and that's pretty inexpensive. I know most counselors have tissues in their office, and once they're finished, what are you going to do? You can recycle the box, or you can recycle it in a creative way and make a little monster out of it. So I think there are lots of different opportunities to have this idea. Whether you want it to be a little bit more expensive or a little bit less expensive, it doesn't really matter. I think the end result will still be the same. Thank you so much for watching this video podcast from elementarySchoolCounseling.org. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like I said before, I have 3 other video podcasts, and you can watch those on my blog, on my website, and also on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out all the videos that I have there. I have different YouTube videos organized into playlists that I think school counselors will appreciate, because they're playlists by topics such as bullying or self-esteem or making and keeping friends and many more. And also, like I said before, you can find my podcasts on there as well. If you're looking to get updates on elementarySchoolCounseling.org, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and you can also check out Pinterest and follow me there for different ideas that I post. So there are lots of ways to keep up to date with elementarySchoolCounseling.org, and also to keep in contact with me. If you still have other questions or comments, always you can contact me on my contact page just by filling out the form. And I think that's about it. Probably more than you wanted to know, but nevertheless, there it is. I hope to see you back here soon, and that you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And I actually heard about these through a science catalog. What are you doing? Micah? Hey, get out of the way.